the bills coming early and your girl is the latest. And she's saying that she's down, but the crib always vacant. And you do $1 work, but it's pennies that you making. And you trying to be the greatest. You gotta get creative when you from the side of town where the kids hardly make it. And you try to eat your mind, but the pigs always hating. And your freedom's on the line, and it's years that you facing. And you trying to be the greatest.
Alright, what's up? What's the remedy?
He's back. I missed that. What's up in the beginning.
Yeah.
He's back, y'all.
I'm back. This is Dr. J.
Day one.
Ashley Ray.
I was gonna pull up my whole little speech thing, but I'll just say it as fast as I can, whatever I can remember. Alright, so this is the conversation on, social issues, race, injustice, mental health, all the other shit that plagues society. This is basically your antiseptic to toxic masculinity. This is what's the remedy.
What's the remedy?
I tried to say that last week.
Yeah,
I was like all type of other shit.
I was gonna say I have it written down somewhere, but I couldn't find the thing I had it written down on, so I just kind of came up with that off top. But
we tried.
yeah, I mean it sounded
Not me,
good.
though. Yeah, I was like, we about to ratchet this shit out.
I mean it sounded good though. Yeah. Like it had a good intro to it. I was like, okay, it sounded good.
Thanks.
The most important part is the antiseptic masculinity and mental health shit.
Yeah.
All of that is in there. As long as you hit the key words, shit, you're good. I can't be mad at that. So anyway, how was y'all's? Well, because y'all recorded like on Thursday last week.
Yeah.
Thursday.
Okay, so how was y'all weekend?
It was good. I took time out for me. I needed to unplug.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, because we were trying to get you out, but you wasn't coming out.
No, I didn't want to drink, y'all. I don't know. I really wanted to. I was tired mentally, physically. I'm just tired, so I need to chill.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I actually needed it.
I mean, that's good. I mean, you be out a lot, so.
Well, Friday I did go. Oh,
What you doing Friday?
I forgot it.
Where'd you go Friday?
I did actually did a podcast Friday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cheating on us.
No, I was a guest on a podcast.
Cheating in the next room.
oh.
That was Chris Green's podcast. It's nothing. I don't remember the name of it.
Why damn, we need to look that up for
We're gonna look up the name of that, and it'll be in the description.
Nothing's left off topic or off the table.
Okay.
I had fun. It was a little different than us. It's a little
Yeah.
different. It was at Papados.
Oh,
Yeah,
how did that work? Like,
it's a lot going on. It was
so I have questions, but I ask them off there.
that's
but,
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, so that was cool.
So you had a good time.
Yeah, it was cool. It's a different group of men. Everybody's different group of women. It was different.
You had a blast.
Yeah,
That's good.
and then we went to Prospect Park on the north side. I don't
Oh,
like
Willowbrook.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I don't really like Willowbrook. I've been a couple times, like for like some PV events or whatever. But
I go for Zydeco.
I mean,
I heard that Zydeco was lit
It's
last
all,
Tuesday.
yeah. I think crawfish is good. I forgot to get some, but I already ate. So it was just really crowded up there. Oh, Lord, it's crowded.
yeah.
Let me know how old I was again.
Oh.
I mean,
But did you turn up though?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I told you I wasn't feeling like drinking. Like, I didn't feel like drinking. I like to listen to music and chill.
Turn up.
And that was it. I just
Turn up. Get hype. Get hype.
Anyway.
watch got sound
I
effects.
know.
now.
Oh, shit. I actually like that one. That's why I was like, damn. Don't do it to me. That remind me of your party. I was like, what the fuck is that? It's a DJ?
Dr. J's in the building.
The party was lit. I'm making it an annual thing now, man. It's gonna be my annual ugly sweater party.
Oh, that would be great. Oh, your neighbors really ain't gonna like
Yeah,
it.
they ain't gonna like me. But it's only once a year. Like I don't do shit else in that neighborhood. Like I don't bother nobody.
They weren't tripping when we was there. One of
Apparently
them
not.
looked, like he wanted to say something, but we just spoke.
I was
kept
gonna
on
say
going.
like
he down the way.
I was gonna say because I didn't realize how loud he got in there.
We
Because
just got there. Wasn't that loud? Okay, it was loud for us
it was
to know what
louder
it
than I
was.
thought it was supposed to. Like
Even when I left, it was wet.
because we warned the lady next door to me because I was like, oh okay, well I'm gonna let her know since she right there, and she didn't come out the house of course because there's black men standing at your door. You don't really just come to the door like that. So it was an older white lady, and so she was like,
Niggas want.
yeah. So and I didn't go.
She in there barking at the door like you got a dog here.
I got dogs. Like, all right,
What's that
all
stuff?
right. No, but
Hell, I do the same shit. I don't care. Like, I'm like,
but
I'm
nah,
good.
my line brother ain't gonna. I didn't go talk to her. But he went to go talk to her, and he said she wouldn't come to the door. So she was like, "Well, what do you need?" And he was like, "Well, we just want to let you know that we're gonna have something next door, and we just let us know if it gets too loud or whatever." And she's like, "Y'all fine?" And then she just never came to the door. And so he was like, "All right." And then he came back, and she was like, "What she said is fine, but she never came to the door." And so we ended up having a party, and like it ended up getting a lot louder than I thought it was gonna be with the DJ there, because like I said, I didn't expect the whole DJ to be there, but
Not loud enough.
it was lit. But anyway, so
How was y'all weekend? No, it was.
my weekend was pretty good. I went, what'd I do? Friday I went to a wedding
Oh,
in League City. It was pretty nice.
it looked nice. I did. Oh, I was up there like trolling Snapchat. That's
Yeah.
what you. That's trolling. I mean, I'm trying to.
No.
Never mind.
No.
Not trolling.
Lurking.
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 Whatever. I'm
Lurking.
trying to learn the little terms y'all use.
Yeah.
What's trolling then?
Trolling is more or less, and we might get into it later, but trolling is more or less like where you start shit online, like on Facebook or
don't
something,
do
like you
that.
ask questions that you know are gonna get people riled up, or you make comments that are gonna get people riled up. Like
Okay, I
you
do
say,
that. I'm gonna ask questions.
well, no, not really just questions, but like people say things that they know are gonna rub people the wrong way, so that they can get a reaction out of people. That's trolling. Like you do.
Well, I
things.
was lurking.
Okay.
I was like, oh, it looked very nice.
Yeah, no, that wedding was real nice. It was in League City. They had a cigar bar.
I seen that.
I was like, man,
You smoke?
not normally, but it's free.
I smoke.
I mean, I don't like cigars because they leave that taste in your mouth, man. Like that's nasty.
You gotta get the right ones.
No, actually, no. I'll take that back. The ones that we had there, because they had like the like
you'll
full
like,
bodied and medium body, and then like they had like the chill ones, like they had flavors and shit. I was like, man, and the flavor ones were like smaller. I didn't want to smoke no whole cigar, so I was like, just give me one of the small ones. So the flavor one was straight, like
Yeah, I think that's what the ones I like.
yeah, that was good. And yeah, so that the wedding was nice. Then they had open bar, cigar bar. So I was lit.
And then you left in a Corvette. Was it a Corvette?
Yeah, it was a Corvette. That was a
Yeah,
real nice Corvette
it was.
too.
Told you.
So
Look at you.
look at this
Messing up.
nigga.
Tripping.
They went out.
We are recording.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like the wedding was cool, and then of course Saturday was St. Patrick's Day. So
Yeah, y'all was out there. I was being woke.
I
Y'all
was-
out there celebrating this white man.
I wasn't gonna do nothing, but then my homeboy hit me and he was like, "Man, you
y'all-
ain't gonna go out.
so
They
y'all
got stuff
Irish
going on."
now?
I went to Walmart. And Walmart had $4 shirts. I grabbed one of them $4
You
shirts.
goddamn right. I went Saturday morning.
I had a
that
shirt that says "Kiss Me, I'm Black," but I'm gonna talk about that when I get my shirt because I ain't got it
Kiss
yet.
me, I'm black.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, mine said
I wanted to wear.
shenanigan mode with the on button on
So
it.
y'all really had Irish shirts.
my shit said "Happy Go Lucky" with a clover as the O for the go.
What did y'all wear anything for Black History Month though?
I have a shirt that says
Lord,
So what did you wear? Because you wore some stuff for Black Panther.
for Black Panther. I wore my
he did.
my
I'm
black.
What did you wear for Black Panther? You said
Wear for Black. I wore myself because I'm black.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
we still
my Black History
Don't know
everything.
about
I need a mark.
yeah. I was like, Black History.
we
is every day
still
I
don't
wake up.
know about that.
What? You're right.
Yeah. Anyway,
Basking this white glow sometimes.
on the
Anyway.
inside, Oreo.
Yeah, Oreo.
I wish I had a song for you. I would come up with something.
Yeah, but no.
I'll find a sound for you.
But yeah, so I missed last week because I was in Corpus for spring break. Well,
We missed you.
yeah, I know. I missed being home because I really just went home because I ain't had nothing else to do. Like I had a whole week off from work, and
No, it must be nice.
I mean,
Hating.
it's cool. I don't do really anything at work, so like me missing work ain't really a big deal to me. Like, but
You ain't got no Karens at work.
I avoid people that I don't like at work, and because I work in a school, so like I stay in my office. And I don't really have to deal with everybody all the
They
time.
don't
Like I
just
deal
come-
with the kids
That's
that I have to
because
see, and
They
that's
don't come
it.
looking for y'all. Women come looking to mess with you, like for real.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that between
Yeah,
women.
they come looking for just to mess with you.
Women, y'all just have issues like with each other,
No, we don't.
especially
Some
black
women do. Yeah, that was last episode,
Better.
which I got
Bitter.
talked about, but it's cool.
Hey, y'all be bitter.
I'm back and I'm bitter.
I'm back and I'm bitter.
Man, put that on the shirt.
Basically,
I'm back and I'm bitter. That's what y'all was.
I'm a little bit. But I'm gonna leave your ass alone. I ain't coming to you with my bitterness. But
You know what? The one thing I will say about, cause when I got back, I came back cause I had to go to that wedding on Friday. So Thursday I had to do shit to get ready for the wedding. And then Friday I went to the wedding. So, but when I came back and went Saturday for St. Patrick's Day, like I went to like a white people bar first. And so at the white people bar, I mean, it was cool. Cause for one thing, white people bars, like
white people bar.
you can-
What's the name of the bar? You don't know?
Bell Station.
Yeah, like it's a part of the crowd, like Bell Station, Dogwood.
Oh, yeah, I was
Dogwood,
in
there's-
Midtown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, the white people shit.
Yeah.
And
Free,
so-
free koozies. Free
Yeah, they give
beers.
like white people when you walk into a white people spot, they give you things.
Duh.
And so,
Black
like,
people don't give you nothing but the attitude,
black
and I
people-
still don't got my shirt.
No, like black people, they take from you. Like when you walk through the door, they gonna take from you. So like we went to Bell Station first to go to the white people spot. I don't even know why we went there, but you know we were there, and so it was cool or whatever. And like you said, they gave you like a free koozie. They give you free stuff. You walk in, beer is cheap, drinks are pretty decent.
How much was the drinks?
They were regular price.
Regular price.
All beers are like $3.
Yeah, beers
That's
were
a
like
good
$3-4.
price. I thought they were gonna go like. I thought they were gonna be high.
Nah, and they had
So
the
they
nice
had
little green
green beer.
bottles, green beers.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so it was
That's
it was
another reason
cool.
why I didn't want to drink. I'm
well,
trying to drink.
That stuff. I like drinking.
I know, but I'm trying to
I know. I
get my
tried it.
life together, y'all.
I tried. Like I'll say this though, as far as drinking goes, I haven't been in a liquor store for Lent. Now that was my goal for Lent was not to go out and get a whole bunch of liquor, like hard liquor. I haven't been in a liquor store in like at least a month, so I've been doing pretty good with that. But yeah. Other than that, like, yeah, St. Patrick's Day was just interesting. And the other thing I noticed was like white people, like they love black music because when we were in there, like that's all they played.
They did. Midtown usually don't.
At Bell Station
I'll
they
go-
were,
I'll
and it was a
go
white
like-
DJ too. It was a young white dude.
They did where I was too.
Yeah.
Like I did look
played
at y'all. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
looked
was.
at your video. I was like, whoa, they playing some. Black
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, they played that
They-
that Jaden Smith, that icon, turned up.
He was
Just an
dancing.
icon
Where y'all
living.
twerking?
Yeah, well, they had some white people twerking.
That's what's up.
And that's not twerking. Whatever white people are doing now, I wouldn't
That's
consider
not
it
twerking.
twerking.
They're having fun. As long as you having fun.
And that's the whole point of the atmosphere. They had fun.
Yeah, they had a lot.
Okay,
of
how the black people? What they do at the black people?
well, I went to the
event?
black people event, and
What we doing? Standing, looking at each other, judging.
it was some people having fun, but I mean, it sounded like they were having some issues too because people were looking for bottles, and I mean, it
we
was
have to-
crowded.
so we have to bring out the bottles.
Yeah,
In
sections,
the section,
bottles.
basically.
You can't have a black people event without sections and bottles because you have to have something to let me know that I stand out above everybody else.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy. Cause like we went to Bell Station. It was probably about like 14 of us, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Walked over there to Bell Station, and let's say like a regular table, whatever, and everybody just sit down. It wasn't no section thing or whatever, and everybody was just kind of just cool. Everybody kind of next to each other and just
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, it was, and like I said, Faces was cool because I saw a bunch of people we knew there. But it was just like, it was too crowded. I couldn't get to the bar. You get to the bar and like you finally get there. Drinks were
Did you get
decent.
patted down?
No.
They didn't pat you down? They
No.
didn't pat you down?
I wish I knew they weren't patting me down because I surely would have took a flask in that motherfucker and I wouldn't have had to pay for shit.
They would pat,
Yeah.
pat y'all down.
They usually do, and that's why I don't like if I can find a place that they don't pat down, then usually I'll bring something in so you don't have to pay.
I just think
That's
they should
trifling or whatever,
anyway.
but I don't give a damn. I'm saving money. But
Free 99.
yeah, free.
Oh, I ain't tripping.
Oh, yeah.
I put in
But
my
yeah.
boots.
So that was the biggest difference is that, it was hard to get drinks. Oh, they were charging to get in. All that kind of stuff. Black people events are just different, man.
How much were their drinks?
Their drinks were about the same price. I mean, it wasn't really, the price difference wasn't the deal. It was the atmosphere and the amount of people and the way you couldn't get to the bar and all that kind of stuff. Like, it was just, it's harder to deal with black people sometimes. But I mean, overall, I had fun at both spots, so I ain't really tripping. But there's a difference. Anywho,
And then y'all went to church, right?
I miss church.
He knows my heart.
Yeah. I played some gospel music when I woke up Sunday morning.
Oh, okay. I worked out the gospel music. Anyway.
Anywho, so we're gonna bring it straight back into the main section because we're like 15 minutes in already. So we're gonna get to the check yourself segment. So our main segment today is the check yourself segment, and it is okay. There was this article that I found that was about racism. So and the article was called it was statistics and stuff. It was in New York Times, and it was talking about the punishing reach of racism. I think that was the title of the article. But anyway, so in the article, they basically, they gave you a bunch of data about how being a black male in America was so much different than being a white male. And it was interesting because like what really stood out to me before I even read the article, because somebody had like posted a snippet of the article or whatever. And one of the things that stood out to me was that, black men in the top 1%, which are the wealthiest of black men, have the same chance of being incarcerated, going to jail, as a white man in a household that makes less than $30,000 a year. So like you can be a low middle class white man and you have just as much chance of going to jail as a wealthy, rich black man. So like that in itself just tells me like, damn, like it don't matter how much money we make, we still gonna be worse off.
Locked up.
But anyway, so one of the first things you come across on the article is this graph. It's like a graphic that like moves. But anyway, so the first thing they show you is like how growing up rich differs between black boys and white boys. So black boys, like they looked at 10,000 boys that grew up in like wealthy households. Like both their parents were like, over six figures, that kind of stuff. Like they were all wealthy or whatever. And the chance that those black boys are still rich by the time they're adults was like far less. It was far less than the white boys. Cause like as they get to be adults, about 50% of white boys continue to be rich when
50?
they become adults.
Okay.
About 15% of black boys continue to be rich when they become adults. So that means like black boys usually at some point throughout their life are going to drop in their class. Like they're not going to stay in the wealthy class.
Why do you think?
I have a theory. I was going to ask you guys first. Why do you think that black boys can't stay in the rich category, but white boys can?
It's like I have an answer. Let me see. I think it's how black parents raise black boys. I believe that black males probably think everything should be given to them, so they don't have to work for anything because my parents gave me this. I don't know. I'm just thinking like any of my spoiled cousins or.
I mean, I feel you on that, but I feel like
black
I feel like rich white boys would feel the same way.
But somewhere like I don't know. But you can't do that and be a black boy.
Right.
You're gonna have to work.
Okay.
You got to put in some work.
What about you, Wash? Why do you think that black boys don't stay rich?
I think it's the pitfalls of life, whatever. Like, I think we are people that we like flashy stuff and things of that nature. We like, the best put it, we like a lot of stuff that depreciates over time.
Yeah, guns and butter.
Yeah, with guns and butter. You got your guns, you got your butter.
What's the butter? What's that, y'all?
Shit that depreciates in value.
Man, where the hell y'all heard this shit from?
This was baby boy. Yeah.
Whatever. I just want my gold. I just want my gold, my ropes and stuff. That's all I want.
Talking about it.
My gold chain.
The gold chain? Yeah.
But I'm saying, we buy things that we put our money in, not into smart investments. We don't, like I said, we'll go buy a car that as soon as you drive off the lot, it already lost its value. Versus putting in like a lot of white people, whatever, buy stocks and, you know what I'm saying, invest in certain companies.
Stocks, bonds, art.
Yeah, stuff like that, stuff that grows over time, where we buy stuff that dies over time.
Yeah, like cars. Like when you buy a car, as soon as you drive it off the lot, it done lost a lot.
Yeah, lost of value. You know what I'm saying? Certain homes, whatever, that's way above our means and stuff. And that's the whole thing. It's problem in itself that I think a lot of black people in the community live above their means sometimes when they have certain money.
I agree.
We don't never really save for a rainy day fund and stuff like that.
You can't save when Beyonce and them got this on the tour run,
on the run tour.
On the run.
And you could stay. You know what I'm saying? Especially when
you could save up for that.
Well, you could save up for that, or you could not go see Beyonce every year.
Yeah,
I haven't seen her every year.
You haven't, but there's people that have
Yeah,
seen her
people have
last
seen
time.
That's
She,
what I ain't gonna lie. Like Michael came out late, I would be buying them tickets. So
I bet you would.
Shit, Beyonce came twice last year, and I know people that went to both.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, you don't have to go all the time.
Yes, you do.
But okay, this is my theory, and this is like I have a multifaceted theory about this. But like one of the things that I noticed about, and I guess it's not necessarily rich, but maybe rich or middle class black boys, is that there's not a real sense of being proud of being in that bracket. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to like black people in general, we give a lot of praise to coming from the hood.
You right.
So I mean, like, I've noticed it because I grew up in like, you know, white suburb areas. I mean, we had like hood areas too, so I knew like hood people, but like a lot of the people, like black people that I've seen in suburbs, they would feel some type of way because everybody talk about the hood.
I used to tease my brother for that.
Yeah.
He used to be like, man, you know, I grew up in Fifth Ward. I said, nigga, we moved out of Fifth Ward when I was 2
Yeah.
and you was 6.
Right.
So basically, you didn't grow up there. And we couldn't even go outside.
Yeah.
You grew up in the suburbs.
Yeah. Right. And
It's
so
okay.
like it's okay to be from
Gotta rock your
suburb.
hood, baby.
He went to private school. Your name is, never mind. That's okay.
Yeah.
His real name's Clarence.
Yeah.
Theodore. Your name, that's your grandfather. I did.
Clarence parents have a real good marriage.
Shut up.
Yeah, but like
It
that.
sound cool when you was like, yeah, I grew up in,
Yeah, I'm from such and
hood.
such.
No.
I'm from Homestead.
You can't say
Whoa,
what.
watch out!
Yeah, I'm
now.
just saying,
Homestead,
Homestead.
Texas, baby, stay life.
But I'm just saying, like
They
people
wanna be
can
doing-
rep,
Anyway.
but you can't really just come out repping. Oh, I live in villages of what I'm saying. Like what I'm saying. Like it's
Well, that's the same thing. Like we deal with at Prairie View.
right.
Like we went through that whole, I think it was like 03, 04, whatever case may be, when it got bad, where everybody was from Oak Cliff.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, people that was like,
you
people
right.
like, nigga, you stay in Garland, Texas. Or you stay in Duncanville, but everybody was
Yeah.
from Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
Your mama a lawyer. You live in DeSoto.
Yeah.
Like you're not from Oak Cliff. But yeah.
Okay, there.
So like
But it sounds good. You're
it
right.
sounds better to black people to say I'm from the hood. So
And I
like
came up.
And so like, and I know people personally that came up in the suburb and started like selling drugs and shit. I'm like, nigga, you don't even need to. Like, why? But they just want that life. So they stay in the hood all the time. They start selling. They start doing stuff like that. So they start getting locked up. And I'm like, nigga, like you had a good life. You had
Street
2
cred.
good parents. Like, what are you doing with
2
yourself?
parent home.
Yeah, like you came up in a nice middle class, upper middle class neighborhood and everything.
My brother's friend told him, like, man, you got 2 parents. You know what you like? I don't have my parents don't even come to basketball games. Like, what
Right.
are you doing? Because my brother wanted to be so big and bad. Like, I'm down with y'all.
Yeah, because there's no pride in being upper middle class or high class black people. You're going to be looked at as bougie for one thing, and people will call you bougie in a minute, and
Or
then
make
like all
fun
of a
of
sudden,
you, like-
yeah. All of a sudden now you not able to hang out with your peers and black folks because they're like, oh, this nigga bougie, like, oh, this, you know where this nigga
That's
live,
sad.
like you seen this nigga house.
Yeah, that is sad.
Like-
I just think about life stuff y'all go
got,
through.
you gotta be new from ATL.
Yeah,
But women ain't got to go through that. I ain't never was like that.
shit, I've
I
seen
never
it.
did that.
Yeah.
Well, you might have never did that, but I mean, I've seen it done for women too, black women.
Like, I know.
It's not as bad for y'all because it's not like you got to be hard hood
Nah,
like.
but I never like
boys.
Nunu was kind of ratchet to me a little bit, but y'all liked her because what she
But that's
looked
she
like.
did
but
that
she-
because she didn't want to show that she was from
yeah,
the
but I
upper
thought that was
class.
so fake what she did. Like I ain't like
Oh,
that
it was
at
real
all.
But I'm talking about, we all know people that's like that.
Yeah.
That act hard.
No, I ain't never did that. I've always been hard in my suburban way. Shut up. I was running them streets.
East side.
Right. I was running them streets. The East side got bad now, but I was running the streets back then. I ran my street.
Yeah.
Me, I told Kelly and them what to do.
No, well, as long as you ran your block, you know.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. But you do feel like, for some reason, we want to gravitate to the hood. Like I said, I went to private school and stuff. But like
You
I say,
got teased by your cousins? I mean, I got teased.
no, but that's what I'm saying. But I went to private school, but the private school was in Fifth Ward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got my hair cut in Fifth Ward.
So,
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just talking about, like, the people, like, some of my friends, whatever, stayed in Fifth
so
Ward.
you
So you all
thought
on
you
the
were
block and
hard.
shit.
You still thought you was hard.
No, I wanted to, I was glad I went home to my house at times. but you felt like, there's like connection, like, oh, well, I
Yeah.
know, like, you feel like you was You had
I
the
have
privilege
no-
of, huh?
I don't have no, even though my people from Fifth Ward, I don't have a, I
You don't
I
feel
know.
connected to Fifth Ward?
I'm not connected to Fifth Ward like that.
Like I said, you found it. I used to always
calling me.
calling you, but I was like, you just had like joy at times, whatever. Like when people talked about certain hood shit, whatever. You knew what they was talking about because you was around that area
I still
too.
don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, what can I say?
But I went to the same school you went.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to the same
Same
church.
yeah. But like when people talked about, yeah, man, Greg Street, the whole straw, or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I know what you're talking about, Liberty Road
Don't know.
and stuff.
Yeah,
But
I don't know those hood places.
I mean, I know where they at though.
you don't want to know.
I know where they at.
No, I don't know shit about
Like
Houston at all,
Jensen.
so-
I'm like, oh, what's they doing down here? I
You know what I'm saying? You know little catchphrases to certain hoods, whatever, Acres Homes,
yeah.
Acres Shakers, the Hubcap
What's
Takers.
so crazy is like I was going around them places, but I didn't know exactly like I feel like
That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't grow up in the hood in Corpus, but Corpus had hood, and I knew
Corpus
people.
ain't
there.
got no hood.
Nigga, you goddamn lie. But like,
Corpus sound like it don't have a hood.
nigga, every place has a hood.
It was a little hood.
Every place has a hood, and it don't matter where you go.
What's the name
If
of
you
y'all
got
hood?
if you got an MLK,
What was the name
then
of
you got a
y'all
hood.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you're
Somebody
right.
getting shot.
If you
I
got
ain't
an
never gonna
MLK,
lie. I just praise the Lord. I made it out a couple of places.
Somebody say you.
Going way over
I'm saying you used to be off MLK, like
Ooh.
King's Flea Market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like every
I
place
did
has
it.
a hood,
Lord Jesus. Yeah, I made it out.
and it does.
I
I mean,
didn't know.
it gives you a sense of belonging because a lot of times the hood is where all the black people are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays, you start having black people branching out, more black people in the suburbs and stuff like that. So it's kind of like you don't have to be from the hood to get to know other black people. But like a lot of times, like that's where a lot of black people are. So like you have no choice if you want to be around black people, you got to be around the hood. So like even in Corpus, like, I mean, not cause like, I'm not just saying it's hood out there, but I'm saying like went to like Boys and Girls Club and stuff like that during the summertime cause my mama was working. You know what I'm saying? And
So
so
you
I had to
met
go to that
more-
side of town.
Oh, you met more.
Yeah.
You're right.
But,
Okay, it's all coming back how I met black people.
Right, that's how
Went
you
to,
meet
like,
them. And the church events that we had, it was all black people be at those. So
It's crazy. I went to an enrichment program when I was younger, the TSU. I was like, oh my God.
Well,
I got to see.
Upper Bound.
No, it was called something like we did. I went when I was like in 4th grade and 5th grade. My brother went to the high school part of it, but I was always in elementary. I was the only black person in the class.
yeah,
So when I got to be around other black people, I was like, where y'all stay?
yeah,
3rd Ward. They were like, we live down the street. I was like, oh, what's this neighborhood? To me, when we drive past the neighborhood, I was like, this is a little different. Oh, this look like what grandma and them. It's a little different.
Right.
Older.
and you know you know what the hood kind of look like because you know people that. I mean, you stayed there or you know people that stay there, so it's like
Yeah.
it's not unfamiliar for you.
But I was so happy to be around my own because I didn't have to explain nothing. Why your hair like that or something like.
But imagine somebody that never really got to have that experience and never got to have that kind of acceptance around their own people. And so now they're looking for a way to be accepted by their people.
That's why you got a lot of people go to HBCUs.
Right.
Yeah.
They go to HBCUs, they do stuff like, but I know people that go to HBCUs and be fucking up too. Like they go to
And
HBCUs
you right.
coming from good life beforehand, and then they get to the HBCU and be selling and doing shit like that just
because they're trying to get accepted.
yeah, they feel like that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is a lot of what plays into people going from rich to being poor because you came from a good rich household and now you just want to fit in and think you have to be
Yeah,
poor to
but-
fit in and you don't.
Even like I used to say, oh yeah, my grandma and them, they stay in 5th Ward, but my granddad built that house.
Yeah.
It was they got
Because
money.
the hood wasn't always hood.
Yeah.
Like it was a nice
My
place for
grandma
black people to
owned-
live.
She owned apartments in Frenchtown. Them niggas had money, Cadillacs,
Right.
everything. Like it's just, what are we saying? But it looks better now. It's real bad when I was growing up though. Like we couldn't go outside.
Yeah, because we kind
It was
of
horrible.
let shit go.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
coming back up now.
Yeah, they
They
finna
get
White
gentrify.
folks,
They
coming-
finna gentrify though.
Yeah, white folks coming
Yeah.
in there. For
That's a
real.
whole
they
nother
want
topic.
to take that whole street. I was like, ooh.
Fifth Ward getting gentrified.
Third
Ward getting gentrified. All that shit's gone, man. But anyway,
But I still go to hood stuff. I mean, I like it.
I mean,
You like feeling around with your people and stuff.
I
But
can do so much.
see, that's
but
the
I
whole point.
like- yeah, I
you will
feel
do
like-
so much, but you won't do something detrimental to what you're trying to do in your life.
What's
Like,
that?
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you'll go to the hood event, whatever, right? You go chill in the hood, stuff like
Like
that.
I used to go to Homestead. I used to go to their black parties.
Yeah, I'm saying
Be
like
out
you'll
there.
go to hood functions and hood stuff,
Yeah.
like stuff you like. But at the end of the day, you're not finna get into some hood activities.
What's hood activities?
Well, niggas, like you say, niggas get out there and want to start selling shit or
What you selling?
Shit that you gonna get you locked up.
pretty much.
Sometimes they be selling perfume and shit. I need to buy what
That can
they
get you
got.
locked up too.
I was out, and I ain't gonna lie. I be never mind.
Yeah, that's what that.
That's getting into.
Depending on where you got that from, it could be locked. You get locked
And
up.
you
for
get
that
locked
too.
up for that?
Selling counterfeit products
It ain't counterfeit.
or it's stolen. One of the two.
If it's stolen, I didn't steal it.
Fell off a truck.
It fell off a truck. This
Got this
nigga
off
had
the
a
back
whole
of the
bunch
truck.
of stuff on the back of his truck.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I gotta get his number.
Nigga had a smorgasbord. But all right, so that kind of covers what I was talking about on the first graph they gave you. Was that just rich kids, rich black boys tend to fall out of being rich a lot more than white boys will. And the other thing is, and one of the things that kind of gets you to that point too is there's a pay gap. So everybody always talks about like the women's pay gap and all that kind of stuff, because women get paid so much less than, men in their field or whatever. But the biggest pay gap for anybody, men, women, race, anything, is always between white men and black men. White men get paid much, much more, like whole percentiles more than black men do. Okay. And so like, and like I said, it's the most drastic pay gap. And why do you think, that's not really a question that needs to be asked. Why do you think there's a pay gap between white and black men? But like, I think that's one of the things that what's surprising about the article is that they were talking about how black women actually don't have a pay gap between black women and white women. Black women and white women pretty much get paid the same. But black men and white men are drastically different. Why do you think that white women and black women have close pay, whereas the men are so far apart?
Because they're unified as women.
Oh,
At the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's like, yeah, there's a
I
white.
don't agree. I think.
No, I mean, that's what the stats say. That's what the
say.
census say. So,
Well, and I kind of believe that's that in certain fields, whatever. I think black women, white men are paid the same because, they look at y'all as women, regardless of your color, whatever the case may be.
We can get paid this. But
Yeah.
a black man
Yeah, they want
should never go beyond a white man.
not even get close
no,
to a white
not
man.
even close.
Not
I
even
can,
get
I
close.
can see that. I agree.
Like you say, you have your athletes that's millionaires, whatever. You know what I'm saying? White man got to be a billionaire or a
Right.
trillionaire.
Or own you. The
Right,
owners
yeah,
are
I mean,
white.
like, that's what I'm saying. Like the highest paid athlete, they be talking about like who just signed them. I mean, like LeBron make like 90 million, something like that.
Yeah.
What Westbrook made? Ain't big?
Westbrook got a big contract too. I don't know, but they pushing like at least 100 million.
Yeah.
But if you think, okay, damn, he getting 100 million, that's crazy. It's a white dude in the office somewhere getting paid $1 billion, like yearly, off of that man. And
Off
so-
of that man.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
and so
yeah.
like you be like, oh shit, these niggas is rich. Yeah, they rich, but they never gonna be white people rich. Like they can't let you be white people rich.
not old money rich.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's old money.
And that was the other thing that I kind of think plays into this a lot is that like white people got old money. We ain't got no way of having old money. There's a few black people out there that are gonna have some old money. Very, very few because we weren't
Is it
allowed to
mixed
have
in
money
with
like
white
that.
money?
Of course.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
So
But
they
we
ain't
don't
really-
have enough time and space to have like established a business that's still running from 100 years ago like white people do. You know what I'm saying?
We don't
Like
even keep businesses that long.
but I'm saying 100 years ago we couldn't have a business like that.
True. Yeah, you're right.
So like in think about 1918, 1920, black people weren't owning no business that was going to be
Yeah.
lucrative and keep going
don't-
for
we don't-
Do
another
you
100
think
years.
they would let us have a business that runs that long?
We can make one now, but we wouldn't know until 100 years from now.
Right.
We'll sell it.
We'll sell it.
Well, because it depends on what it is and stuff like that. That's because like
Y'all have rights.
if you look at a lot of our grandparents and stuff like that, a lot of us have land
Yeah.
that we've all have sold away because people don't want to pay taxes on it.
Oh, we
or,
paying them taxes.
and stuff like that. So
We done lost business.
And you have to, and like the other thing I've noticed, if you ever just like watch, like the come up stories of like old white companies, even like or old Italian things, like it all starts off something like real dirty going on.
oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And like we never had an opportunity to do something real dirty,
We
like
can't do nothing real dirty. We'll go to jail.
right. So like
It's bad enough we black.
that's the
So you gotta
privilege.
stay clean.
The privilege that we don't have is to do dirty shit,
Right.
and not get caught,
Caught.
and then
got
build our business off of that.
but then we also when we do dirty shit, we let everybody know we doing dirty
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
We don't never keep shit quiet.
don't know how to move in silence.
And we don't work together as a family.
Well-
if you notice Italians, they are very much like
But then,
their family gonna work
But
though.
then it goes back to like us, like you're saying, this all goes back into acquiring wealth and building up your finances and stuff. And like they tell you, one of the quickest ways to do that is life insurance.
Yeah,
And
because when
stuff.
people die, you get a lot of
You
money.
get a lump sum, whatever the case may be. Most insurance companies, whatever, you pay on your life insurance premiums and stuff like that. It's like $14, $15, $20 a month. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Something very cheap. But we
You
don't
have
do that.
Life insurance.
Huh?
You got life insurance?
Yeah.
How much you got?
My policy is I think 30.
Telling too much. Okay.
No, but I'm saying, but people need to know this because at the end of the day, this is the reason why people don't do that is because they feel like, well, shit, I ain't gonna get the money.
Right. But the thing is, like, and I'm not just gonna say it's just white people, but like people that have built some money, it's built off a lot of that. So like, let's say somebody takes out $1 million policy, which is hard to do, but like you can do it. Like it don't take, if you started early, you can get $1 million policy.
Yeah.
And of course, you're not gonna see that $1 million, but when you die, your kids, like I say, I have 3 kids, and I get $1 million policy.
Good.
After taxes, they still gonna get like $300,000 each.
Yeah.
And they can invest, they can start their business, they can do whatever, they can build a
I
house.
didn't get one till my niece came.
What? A life insurance
For
policy?
yourself?
I mean, I got the one that comes through work, but it only
I got
covers
the
like
one from work,
100,000
but
or something like that.
I got another one just for her. Like,
Yeah.
just for-
Yeah, but and people don't think about like taking care of the next generation.
Yeah.
They're like, well, I mean, I ain't gonna see that money. I need to see how I'm gonna get rich right now. Like, it's okay. Yeah, you need to build up your business and get rich right now. But at the same time, life insurance is what makes a lot of people rich.
That's true.
Because we have too many people of our people that they don't die and then they be like, oh, well, such my mom, left me money to go ahead and do this and that. You hear so much about, oh, my mom passed, we holding a fish fry.
We having a fish fry because we need to bury
We
it.
need to bury her.
And I was just thinking about like, I had so many friends that had to pay, like take out loans to
Bury their-
they bury
Yeah,
their
you can't afford to
family.
die.
But when I didn't know how expensive that stuff was. Look, I don't even want no. I'm just letting y'all know how I want to go. Y'all can burn me and just have a party though. I like to party.
But that's what I'm saying. But like I say, through your life insurance, through getting the job and your 401ks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You acquire wealth, but I think we so much want to have stuff in the moment
Right now.
Yeah.
We need to get rich right now.
versus leaving stuff to our.
But somebody got to go through that to see, man, this stuff costs. Like, I don't have no significant other. I ain't married, nothing like that. I don't want to leave that on my mom to take care of my brother.
No, and like I said, I understand that. But then at the end of the day, like you say, well, you have people that be like, well, I'm not thinking about that right now, or I don't have no significant other, I don't have no children right now, so I'm worried about doing me.
Yeah.
But then if you mess around and get married or you have a child, now you starting like, well, fuck, I need to get on it because,
Yeah.
and then shit, people are dying every day on some random shit, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I mean, and people don't like we were saying earlier. Like people don't think about that until it's later. Like people get old and be like, "Well, I'm like 60 something now, so I need to make sure I leave something to my kids."
Don't
Like
you
it's too
think
late
you
by
should have
then.
one at 80-some years old, though?
What?
A life insurance.
No, I mean you should have one at like 30.
Yes, but it's people that's 80. Like, I ain't trying to talk about somebody, but like, damn, your daddy ain't have no life insurance.
But that's the catch-22 because after a certain point, a lot of shit starts to appreciate.
Oh yeah, you can, and yeah,
Like
you got to get it early.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it starts
It's
going
better
down.
to get it early. But like we need to have like a whole episode on like financial planning and stuff because I mean even just retirement because people don't really plan
I'm
for
about to go to a
retirement like they're
conference
supposed
for
to.
it, actually.
What, financial planning?
Yeah, my church is having something this week.
Yeah, that financial planning is big, and that's why I say I think we need to have like a whole episode on that because black people need to talk about it a lot.
I can't afford them bottles in the club.
Yeah, no, fuck bottles
Yeah,
in the
people are
club.
still trying every day.
Put it on their credit card.
Yep.
But anyway, let me give you this last. I'm just gonna go to one more graph and then we'll end this one.
I like this.
But
I like this. This actually explains
Actually,
a lot to me. Like
this
man.
last thing is kind of like it's kind of deep though because like it was talking about how like different poverty levels with white kids and black kids, and then the fathers being in the home. So like this one shows like low poverty neighborhoods that have a lot of fathers present. And there's 63% of white kids grow up in neighborhoods with fathers present. With not necessarily their fathers, but their neighborhood at least has a bunch of fathers according to the census. 4% of black kids grow up in neighborhoods with fathers present. 4%.
That's true.
Sadly, that is true.
And that's in low poverty neighborhoods. Yeah. They live in like basically these are kids that live in high class neighborhoods with fathers all in the neighborhood. So these got to be high class black people with fathers. So there's only 4% of black people are high class with fathers in the neighborhood. 63% of white kids are high class with fathers in the neighborhood. So now we get to the other side of it where there's high poverty neighborhoods where it's like real poor. 1% of white, it's a real poor neighborhood without any fathers in it. 1% of white kids be in poor neighborhoods with no fathers.
So when you were growing up, were
Hold
there
on.
Oh, okay.
66% of black kids are in low poverty, in high poverty areas without fathers. So 66% of black kids are in poor neighborhoods and without that many fathers in the houses
Just
around.
a whole bunch of mamas.
Just a bunch of mamas, single mothers, raising a whole bunch of black kids all through the neighborhood.
Was your neighborhood like that growing up?
I grew up in the suburbs. So my neighborhood was real diverse though. Like we had a lot of Hispanics and it wasn't a poor neighborhood. It wasn't no high class neighborhood though. The one I grew up in.
But y'all had fathers around.
Yeah, because my father was around, and at least a couple of my friends had fathers around too that were around me.
It was one single mother on my street, and everybody took care of her son. I'm just thinking about that.
And that's what they talk about in the article, and that's why I said this is kind of deep because
They
like,
go back to the village.
yeah, because they were saying like they took the census data because they're not saying just the people that have a father in the house, but as long as they're saying that people that have fathers at least in the neighborhood,
In the community.
yeah, the community fathers, they'll have a role model, they'll have somebody to look up to and stuff like that. But like most black kids are growing up in neighborhoods where everybody's poor and they don't have nobody to look up to. Black boys, because we just talking about black boys right now. So you got black boys growing up in neighborhoods without any role models and they ain't got no money.
Where are the fathers? Where are you growing up?
That's why I say it's a whole nother issue.
Because you're growing up too. You're living somewhere. Where are you at?
Well, if you look at the statistics, 1 in 3 black men are incarcerated.
In jail.
So, and if the father's in jail, then there's a good chance that if the mother is having a hard time with the kids and stuff, then she's gonna be in poverty. So she's gonna be in that neighborhood by herself.
And then you talking about like just the demographics of how today is. Like you say, if you're not incarcerated and the parents are not together, not 9 times out of 10, but a high percentage of them, they probably staying with their parents.
Yep.
Well, the case may be.
Oh yeah, because we talked about 2 weeks ago, a good amount of young adults with kids are living at home. They don't have a place to live.
Yeah. So now you got the girl staying with her child at her mama's house with no man at that house.
Yeah.
And then he's staying at his parents' house.
So you got
Probably
like 2 generations of women with still no fathers. Like you got the grandmother, the mother, and then the little boy.
It just makes sense now how young boys are being raised. Because you don't even have a male figure to look at every day
Nobody.
to understand how to be a man. Just to be honest, you do need a man in your life. Women,
You need, and that's why I say like I people always argue like I ain't finna date no man just for my just to have a man in the house. Like you don't need to have a boyfriend.
you need to have a male
You don't-
figure to
yeah.
look at. Like, oh, Mr. Jones, what's up, Mr. Jones?
Yeah, at least somebody
Like,
around.
Yeah, the mailman or something. Goddamn.
But then I look at it like this too. Even if there's no men around, a lot of young men and stuff like that should have a bigger appreciation for the women in their lives or women in general.
Right.
Because if you don't have any male figures to help you, right? And you have these women as your mother, your grandmother, whatever the case may be, aunts, whatever.
They take us for granted.
But and that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of the sad part about it. Because you should have more of an appreciation for women as a whole because of what they do for you.
Some men do. I could tell like their mother really raised them like right to treat. But some men, you could tell something that mother maybe you've done to you or a female did. You could tell they bitter
Yeah,
as
they
fuck.
don't like women.
They
because
hate
of that.
women.
Yeah.
Like what? Ugh.
Well, and then, but you gotta think about it like this too. For some of those people that, like you say, young men growing up, they grew up seeing their mom go out and doing her.
Like I could tell, like just by conversations with y'all,
Mm-hmm.
how your mom raised you, how you speak about your mother. Like you could tell you hold your like. Dr. J holds his mother way up here. How you I always hear you talk about your mother.
The real
You
mama's
say,
boy out
yeah.
here.
Yeah, y'all some mama's boy. Watch out,
Real
ladies.
mama's boy.
Don't date no mama's boy.
Yeah, but we also had our fathers in our life to.
Yeah,
to
but you
kind
can
of
tell
guide
they
us.
respect women. They were some hoes back then, but they respect women.
Yeah, because my
Yeah.
daddy was off.
Yeah.
But,
See? You get the mama ain't teach you
Can't lie about
that.
that one,
But they was hoes, but they respect women.
They did.
They were just doing hoish things.
they were.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like that.
Wild hair.
That's why I say like it's just
Now I was
crazy.
raised different, so it don't matter.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but
Look these niggas
yeah.
out there.
But yeah, so we're gonna move on because, like I said, the article goes on for more. And so if you have a chance, I'll probably try to put the link of the article in the description too.
I tried to sell dope.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna put the link to the article
And
in
you
the
failed.
description,
This is the bad part about it.
and we
Oh,
gonna
I tried to sell.
we gonna put this New York Times article in the description, and the title of it is "Extensive Data Shows Punch and Reach of Racism for Black Boys." And then you can, if you listen to this, just go ahead and read the article because there's a lot more to it than that. Like it gets kind of deep with all the stuff that goes on. Just how money don't really change the fact that people are gonna be racist towards you, no matter what.
Duh. Who thought, like, because they got money,
A lot of
A
people do.
lot of people think
that they
that.
ain't gonna
Like-
look at you like you ain't no, you a
A
black.
lot of people think that if they have money, they on the same
Yeah, 'cause-
standing as somebody else.
Honestly, that's the argument a lot of black people make. They're like, oh, well, the reason they can treat us different is because we don't own no property. You can own all the property you want. Racist people gonna be racist, and they still gonna treat you like shit when they want to.
Yeah.
So, but speaking of racist people, lying about segments. So we're gonna get to
they
that.
Why the fuck you lying?
There
Why you always lying?
Oh,
you go. All right, so we got the sound effects and stuff now. But so the line about segment, the first thing that came up really was the Austin bombings that have been happening. There's been 4 bombings so far, and then one went off at a FedEx before it even got to Austin.
but it didn't hurt anybody at FedEx, right?
Nah, it blew up in a building or outside the building.
Yeah, I want to say in the building.
It was in the
Some
building.
scary shit.
But the thing is, it had like nails and metal shrapnel in it that kind of flew out when it exploded, and that's what's been like.
It must have been the what's name, like the Boston bomber.
Oh.
like how they did made explosive out of the pressure cookers,
Yeah,
and basically had like nails and like ball bearings and stuff when
and
they
that-
explode.
when it's supposed to
It just
hit you,
fell.
shrapnel everywhere.
cut you up, and all that
Kind
kind
of
of stuff.
like a shotgun, like buckshot.
Yeah, buckshots. But anyway, so
Hateful.
the reason I say it has something to do with race is because the first 2 people that were killed were black, and then the other victim, no, one that was killed was black.
Was it Hispanic?
And
Somebody
that was a
was
Hispanic
woman.
woman.
It was a
It was
woman?
a Hispanic woman that died. Well, and then like there were some other injuries.
So they just killing colored folks.
That's what they said.
the
That's where
first
it's
couple of them.
looking.
Yeah, that's
the
the
first couple were the first 2 were black, and then the third one was a Hispanic lady. But they were saying that it wasn't intended for her.
It was intended for someone like who?
They don't know, but they said that they're trying to look for a connection to see because the first 2 that they found, the first 2 victims were connected in some kind of way. Like they were both black and they were both part of some group or something like
What
that.
group?
An activist group or something like that.
The
Maybe?
17-year-old boy was a part of a group. It was a 17-year-old boy that.
Yeah.
Maybe his parents,
Like his parents were or
Yeah.
something like that. Like it was a group. Like it wasn't even like an activist group that was like a
They
terrorist organization.
racist in Austin.
But anyway, yeah, Austin been racist though. And so like
on 6th Street sometime.
my issue with that is, since we talking about race, is that they refuse to call it terrorism, even though somebody is sending bombs out to people. Like
We don't,
It's domestic terrorism.
that's the definition of
because
terrorism.
they think it's somebody white, y'all.
So if it's and my thing is why my question to everyone anywhere is why can't we call white people terrorists? The only white person I've ever heard called a terrorist was Timothy McVeigh.
Because he killed white folks.
Yeah, because he killed white people. But I mean, they didn't even call the Las Vegas dude a terrorist, and he killed nothing but white people. I
Yeah,
mean,
he just
Oh, he did.
He just
But
called
he-
you an active shooter.
Yeah.
Or a
Yeah.
mad shooter.
Because
Yeah.
it's part of the gun. Like, what Tim McVeigh did a bomb.
Yeah.
And he did a
That's true,
federal
too.
bomb.
Yeah.
Once you start shooting folks, you ain't no terrorist. You just got a mental issue.
Yeah, pretty much.
that is true. You know what? You made a good point because
Oh, about time.
oh,
It took some episodes, y'all. Get it. Give me some music. You lazy.
You did a very good job.
yeah, good job, Ashley.
I like to think all little people that took me a while to get. Shut the fuck up. Anyway.
All right. So anyway, no, because I was thinking about what was that got shot up in Tyler, Fort. What's the fort in Tyler?
Talking about Dave Koresh? You talking about?
No, the dude.
Oh, the base?
man. Yeah, on the base.
On Fort Hood?
Fort Hood.
Man, that nigga look crazy as
yeah,
hell.
but he wasn't white.
Yeah.
He
but-
wasn't white.
but
He looked white. They
I don't
showed a
think he was
picture.
white.
He wasn't
No,
white.
he wasn't
something-
white?
yeah, he wasn't white.
He
But
had, he
I don't remember them. I don't
looked white.
He might
remember
look
them.
white, but he was something else.
I don't know if they called him a terrorist or not.
They didn't call him no terrorist.
But
He
I'm
was
saying
shooting.
because he was shooting, and that's
he
why I
shot
say you
that
made a good
politician.
point.
That was the one.
No, that's a different.
Okay, I'm thinking about the wrong person.
Yeah,
Damn, take my
yeah,
little credibility away.
But yeah, I mean, you do have a point though, because like whenever there's a shooting, they rarely call it terrorism
Hell
because
nah,
that
you
would,
can't focus on the guns.
yeah,
No,
because that's NRA. You can't,
Yeah.
you
hell
can't
no,
mess
that's our
with NRA.
money.
But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens.
But let it be a Muslim with a gun. That's
Yeah.
terrorism.
Of course.
He has to, and they have to prove to you that
Was
he's
it a
Muslim.
terrorist with the black? What's the sniper shooting? They thought it was a white person. Remember
Nah,
that?
he was.
He wasn't a terrorist? They didn't call him that?
They didn't call him a terrorist. The DC sniper.
Yeah, they
They
Yeah,
never
DC
called him a terrorist either.
But they thought he was white. I thought
They
he
did
was
think he was
white.
white.
I said black
Everybody-
people don't do that shit.
Everybody thought
We
the
don't
DC
do
sniper
that.
was
And then
white.
when I found out it was black, okay, we got a little issue.
He wasn't black though. He was like African or something like
Yeah,
that.
so-
He
Close
was-
enough.
No,
He
no.
looked close enough,
Him and the
y'all.
son.
Yeah, we don't claim that.
Y'all
'cause-
think he was African, so y'all just
Yeah, he was
don't.
African.
Okay.
Yeah, his name. Yeah, he wasn't black. He was African.
That wasn't okay.
But anyway, so moving on from that, the other big thing that happened is the school walkouts last week, which I mean I guess was cool because nationwide it was cool or whatever. But like down here everybody was on spring break, so
They should have did another
they should have done
time.
another time. But anyway, the thing
What
I
you would
have,
have did if your students walked out?
I probably would have walked out with them.
That's right.
But I mean, like, okay, so the
I
issue I
got my car
have,
and went home.
yeah, I'd have gone home.
So
But I mean, it was time. They only went outside for like an hour. I'm like that,
I think they should
and they came back in. But
walk out. Fuck school.
I think they should too. But the problem I have a problem with is that like I saw on Facebook, I seen some teachers posting and all this kind of stuff. And it was a hashtag that came up during the walkout that was called "Walk Up Not Out" or something like that.
Walk up, not out. Yeah.
Walk up,
Oh,
don't
I
walk
seen
out.
that. Oh.
And so like basically what these teachers were telling kids was
Walk up to somebody and speak to them.
yeah,
and tell them,
walk up to kids that haven't been talking to anybody and give them a hug. Walk up to the kid that is eating lunch by himself and make sure
Hey.
you eat with him. And I'm like, I understand what they're saying, but the reason I don't like that is because they're trying to put all the blame on the kids for the shooting. Like, they're saying that, oh, it's because y'all bully kids. That's why they coming and shooting up the schools. No, my nigga, get rid of the fucking gun. The walkout was for guns. So everybody's trying to divert the attention away from the guns and be like, oh, well, it's not the guns. It's because of bullies and y'all need to stop being bullies. My nigga, in fact, my thing for that is I wish they would let them kids do both. Because, like, they were suspending kids and all kinds of stuff for walking out. So they were like, well, instead of walking out, what y'all can do is just walk up to the bullies and make sure you make good friends with everyone. I'm like, nigga, that's good and all.
They basically need to have that at my job too.
They need to have a walk up.
Walk up.
Watch somebody walk up to me, try to hug me. I'm
Somebody's
like, get
gonna
your
walk up to
ass
you, try
back,
to talk to you.
back the fuck up, Karen. Back the fuck up.
And say, Ashley, let's come and talk to you. Let's talk.
They are-
Let's rap a taste.
Whatever.
Let's see what's on your mind today.
Yeah.
Because I respect you.
Oh, they must have took it down. I was looking at that. I said, walk up.
What, the walk up not out?
Yeah, they took it off.
Yeah, but I just had to talk about that because that really irritated me.
You
that they
can
were-
hurt somebody's feelings walking up to them. What you think
That
I'm?
might piss
I'm
somebody off.
crazy? That's gonna make me come up in here shooting next day.
So that's why I say the most important thing is to get gun reform. And so that's what they were walking out for. And that's why everybody's trying to divert the attention away from that. It's because they were walking out of school to protest gun laws. And they're like, oh, no, don't protest the gun laws. Just be nicer to everybody and then y'all be okay. That shit's stupid.
When your president is not even nice to everybody. Oh, bullet.
Nope. He
Yeah.
talks about the gun laws and then talks about the immigrants. That's the reason why the school shootings happen and stuff.
Because of the
Yeah.
immigrants?
So
Yeah, it's the immigrants' fault.
well, no, he just throws random just immigrants.
Yeah.
Trying nothing to do with school shootings and stuff.
Yeah, like they try to, like I said, they're just trying to change the attention. They don't want you to focus on anything that's like you
Don't
know,
hurt their pockets.
yeah. But anyway, the last thing was there was a couple of arguments on Twitter today about well, there was one of them was about calling kids fat. So like if you have a child that is fat, like that's pretty hefty. Let's say they're like 5 or 6 years old.
Pretty healthy. Okay.
Pretty hefty child at like 5 or 6. Do you tell them that they're fat?
I'm not telling my child she's fat. Or he or she. They're fat.
Does it make a difference if it was a boy or a girl?
I'm not telling my child, him or her, that they're fat. Don't you call my child fat I'm gonna whoop your ass.
What the fuck you looking at me for?
I was just looking at you. Nigga.
Call my child fat.
I was just making sure you knew.
So,
I'm gonna be like, baby, you know, we don't want no more bread today,
Yeah.
and we're gonna have to go out here and do a little walking and running. You
What about you, Wash? How you feel about calling kids fat?
I'm not gonna call my kid fat. You're supposed to put them in stuff. You're supposed to keep them active.
yeah.
That's why I said, like, I don't even see the purpose. Like, when they asked that question on there, I was like, I don't really see a purpose in telling the child that they fat. Like, I understand, like, some people made the argument on there that, like, you should make sure you make your child aware so that you the first one to let them know before they get out into the world and people start making fun of them. And then they're like, oh my God, I'm fat. And so
Someone
now.
say, you fat.
It's easy.
You kind of big boned.
But this is my thing, you know. It's easy to get a child into a routine. Like if you feel like your child is overweight,
Yeah.
it's easy to be like, "Hey, let's go
I
work
was
out today,
chunky.
or let's go outside."
You know,
They
my
gonna be
parents,
like,
I was a chunky baby. They put me in gymnastics. I did
I was fat.
swimming.
I wasn't chunky. I was fat.
Okay. Did your mama call you fat?
She should have. Damn it. I wish she had done
Your mama
something.
did the right thing.
No,
No,
she
you don't
did
call
not.
you.
I was big too until I
Swimming, all
got
that stuff.
puberty and stuff. Got a growth spurt.
I was big and I never stopped.
You was big when you was little? I don't remember that.
I was small when I was little, and then like around elementary, or whatever, I gained weight.
That's usually
I was
boys
chunky.
do that. Like,
Yeah.
some reason boys do that.
Yeah, I was really chunky.
Yeah.
And then that testosterone
I
hit
was
for
a big
puberty.
baby. I'm gonna show y'all some. I was big.
Nah.
I like to eat. My mom
mean-
was like, she got put.
Like my mama told me, she was like, "Oh, it's because I had real bad asthma. Like I was in the hospital all the time. Like I died a couple times. But
What?
like yeah, like I went in there and they were like, "Oh man, we're glad you got you in here. You came like 30 minutes later, you'd be dead." Like that happened to me a couple times.
So you grew out of it.
I grew out of asthma pretty much when I started playing football and stuff. But like when I was younger, like I had to start taking steroids for the asthma and whatever,
Oh,
and
they
like
gain weight.
and I gained weight from
He was the
that.
black boy off Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
Aw.
You know what? You know who I relate the most to is the fat one on The Chi. Y'all watch The Chi?
Papa.
Yeah, I like him.
Like that's me. Like I was that big. I had those glasses. Like I'm
He's
Papa.
so smart. He talks about his weight. He do talk about that's high.
Yeah.
All his woodwork.
Yeah, it's my woodwork. I like to take.
I used to do model cars though. Like that was the only difference. Like I was like, "Dog, I'm
Papa.
actually Papa."
He's cute.
But anyway, so
like,
like
I wouldn't call him fat. He's cute.
but I would make sure, and like I said, I understand the argument that you want to make sure your kid is aware, so when somebody tells them something, they have a rebuttal. Like, and that was the argument that the person on Twitter was trying to make, was that they want their child to be ready, so that when people try to make fun of them, they have rebuttals ready for them already. Like it's not the first time they've heard that.
What it mean if your mama call you fat now? Y'all quiet.
You probably fat.
And I know you
you.
probably got something to work
Probably
on.
just fat.
My mama left me know. She like, you gained some weight.
That's how my grandmother is. She'll
I know,
tell everybody
older.
in the family that. She's like, oh, or
I don't like that.
like they'd be like, oh, or they'd tell a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Women tell women, like, oh, yeah, you getting fat, baby, this and
I
that.
hate that.
Whereas
Or you
dudes,
eating good.
But-
Tell you eating
that's,
good.
But
that's
it
the
be-
dude
okay.
comment talking about,
But-
hey, boy, show is eating good. Like,
Yeah.
that mean you fat.
You getting
Yeah.
fat. I mean, but at this age, like they feel like you should be able to handle it. If you getting fat, my nigga, like you getting fat.
I ain't trying to talk about my folks, but damn, your ass fat. I don't say shit.
Maybe they trying to look out for you so you don't end up.
Whatever, nigga.
No,
I be like,
I tell everybody this stuff. You feel like you getting fat at this age, whatever, you need to sit down and go watch TLC. Was it 600
Yeah.
Pound Life?
And you know
I
what?
ain't gonna lie. I watched that. That's made me get back in the gym.
That shit
Following
changed
them,
my life
like,
when
for
I
real.
when
did.
I was when I was hitting over 350, like when I was real big.
God.
Like I had seen. Damn, now I feel bad.
Tell you how you really feel. you just say,
Damn, now I feel too.
you say, God.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, but when I was that big and I watched
You
like
can
one
have
of them
heart
things,
conditions and stuff, boy.
nigga, who you talking?
Oh,
But like, I was
I'm trying to
watching.
clean it up now. It's like,
Nah, but I was watching like my 600-pound life or 400-pound something. Like it was one of them shows, and I was like, dog, like I'm on my way, and I was like, I gotta change some
That's
shit.
how I felt.
And so like I dropped to like 250, and then like right after
the
that.
dude, like I said, it was
that's
like
a whole body.
It was,
Right.
it was like the two brothers in Houston or whatever, and like they went to go get the consultation at the doctor's office, and he was in the car, and he was like, they had to keep pulling over because he was like, I just hurt, I feel bad, and it's just riding in the
But you-
car.
Because he always be in the house.
Yeah, he walked from inside his house to the truck and was sweating like he's like, I'm so tired right now.
But I give it
Fuck.
to I'll I like to see people working at what stage you are in life.
Right.
Whatever, as long as you working and moving. I never want to be. I have people in my family that can't move, and that scares me. I don't want nobody doing nothing for me.
Yeah, where you can't catch your breath and
They
stuff like
can't
that.
do
like,
anything.
yeah.
Just imagine somebody got to come to your house, cook for you. I can't move. They got to bathe me because I decided I want to just eat and just lay.
And chill, yeah.
The dude, when the little brother, he was like 4 something, whatever. And
400?
He was like a tow truck driver. He was like, he was trying to get on the plan to get approved for the surgery or whatever.
He can't get on that plane?
Well, no, get on the plan.
Plan.
So he had him he had to lose like 50 pounds before the doctor would approve him, whatever. And he was like, "It just my family just don't understand how hard it is for me, blah blah." And they showed him while he said, "But I'm doing good. I'm falling to die, but I have my cheat days." And while he was doing it, he was driving up to Chick-fil-A. And I'm thinking like his cheat days, fast food. Okay, he finna order like a number 1, whatever. He was like, "Can I get 2 shakes, 3 chicken sandwiches?"
And I can see
And
that.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
Y'all, if I really show a diary of what I used to eat, well, I'm trying to get back in shape.
Yeah.
Y'all be like, you eat all of that? Like I eat. You hear me how I order?
Well, he
Like-
2
greedy.
cheeseburgers, large
Greedy.
fry.
2 dubs.
Yeah, I need some
She
ketchup.
said,
I need a
"I'm
whole
too
bunch of 2 cheeseburgers,
No.
large fry. And that's just one. Like, and then I'm probably going back for something else when I get home.
I probably the
'Cause
worst.
I'm hungry.
The worst I felt was when I was watching like my 600-pound life or something, and they had like put out this food, right? And this is when I was about big,
Yeah.
and I was looking at it, I was like, damn, oh, that look good.
Oh shit!
Like this nigga had made breakfast and he had like a whole stack of pancakes. He had cooked a dozen eggs.
that stuff don't-
and I was
that
like,
don't appeal to
God
me.
damn, that's a lot of food, but it look good as hell. I eat all of that.
I knew I was going overboard when the dude was like, "Hey, you gonna eat that whole pizza with some Doritos?" Like I had a big bag of
Doritos, whole pizza.
Yeah, well, that goes. He liked it anyway. I was like, "Man, you put the Doritos with your ranch and I dip everything. It's good
You eat a whole pizza by yourself.
for sure."
I
can
used to
do
be
that.
like that too. I used to
A
eat the
medium?
whole pizza
I can eat
easy.
a large. It doesn't
No,
matter.
no, not to eat a whole pizza, but I ain't finna eat no Doritos on top of it though.
Not on top. Well, you can if you want to. You
I know.
can crunch
no,
it on
like-
I'm just
there.
talking just period, just like as another side meal. No.
I like it. Or I like French fries, or like I like
I used to
stuff
like
on the
French fries,
side.
too.
I need to eat something that crunches. I don't know why. Like that's why I probably chew ice. I gotta hear something crunch.
That's understandable. But yeah, so
Now I'm eating carrots. That's
the big
nasty
thing
shit.
is like you got to take care of something like that.
Yeah.
That was probably my worst thing is that, you know, as far as kids being fat, like I said, my mom used to feed me a lot of food, and it's because she said because I asked for it, and I'm like, I don't think I would ever call my child fat, but I would make sure that they stay active, make sure they got used to eating healthier. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
So
I
you
know
eat-
myself.
You ate vegetables when you were coming up?
I mean, my mom made vegetables. Like, 'cause my mom used to cook a lot. So,
My mama hid the snacks from me. She knew what she was dealing with.
oh, see, nah.
Like my mama hid everything in her room because she already knew.
Oh, my mama
I'ma
wouldn't
try to-
buy certain things. Like,
Yeah, no. And then like I was so bad with stuff that I'll eat. Like my cousins used to laugh and call me butterbread. Cause this bitch like to eat butter and bread all day. I did. I didn't eat nothing bread and ketchup. I don't need nothing.
I eat
else.
some bread and ketchup.
Oh
That used
my
to be
god, my
thing.
brother was like, "You nasty." I was like, I love it."
I'm white, so
What? Like,
What would you like mayonnaise and
oh hell no!
turkey sandwiches?
I
No,
eat turkey sandwiches,
no,
but not no mayonnaise.
no, eating mayonnaise
Oh no, I
sandwich,
do.
whatever.
I do eat mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise sandwich.
You eat mayonnaise
and
sandwiches?
syrup sandwiches.
I
I ain't
that.
never had a syrup sandwich
Yeah.
before. I don't like syrup.
That's when your grandparents always had them preserves and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Make your syrup sandwich.
Yeah,
Then grandma used to let me eat what I want.
that's what I'm saying. Like the thing about kids being fat is like people talking about, yeah, you know, how would you feel if your child was fat? Like if your child is fat, it's not their fault. It's
Yeah.
your fault.
It is. It's your
Like,
fault.
it's
'Cause they
your
can't
fault.
afford food.
Yeah, they
You
can't.
feeding
They're
them
not buying
motherfuckers.
their own food.
But
And all of that.
And they
so-
gonna become. You need to watch your kids. Now I don't want to see Susie out here bullying my child.
that's another thing too. Like we eat so much processed foods. Like I said, coming up, like I said, I stayed with my grandparents a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If all we needed was a pack of ground meat and a bag of potatoes, and you had like 7-8 different meals throughout the week.
we see a lot of nacho.
Yeah, if you go to if we went to McDonald's, it was a holiday. You know what I'm saying? We celebrate.
It was a
like,
gift. You right.
we like us with my own
I
shit.
used to be like, Friday, Mama, you ain't cooking, so what we gonna eat? I
Yeah.
used to be so happy, but I get mad when she say she cook. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, well now it's like every
day.
day is a McDonald's
You're
day and
right.
stuff like that.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't have kids, but I see my friends buying their kids like McDonald's. Like,
No,
Tuesday.
That's what I'm talking about.
You ain't gonna cook.
And then, but then I say as you older, like you're saying, you look at stuff and you be like, okay, this shit don't break down right in your body, whatever. Like all the videos of McDonald's food not breaking down.
But
so
you
you
can
in
tell, like, you
charge.
feel better too. Like, I've been juicing lately,
Yeah.
and I feel so much better.
But since you know, that's why I say it's the parents' fault because you the one that knows what your child shouldn't be eating. So if your child eating bad,
But we
it's not your
lazy.
child's fault.
We're a lazy
No,
generation.
that's true.
Man.
I mean, it's not even just a generation because my mama did it. She gave
Your
me all
mama
the damn burgers.
but
you know, and then
she
I'm
cooked
just,
them or she
what,
go
both.
buy.
She do both.
She was working. I'm gonna say that.
yeah, no,
if
she
you working
was.
like that,
And
you
that- and
going
that's
to
our
school,
generation
that's- you
works.
Right.
Our
We
generation
work
works
My
a
mom
lot.
worked too, but her hours were different.
I mean, that kind of brings us into the last thing though, because we already over an hour. So
Oh.
since we've gotten this far, then we can just go jump straight into the Woosah segment. Since
Woo it
we,
out.
Woosah.
That sounds very like provocative. Anyway, we're gonna work on that.
So you trying to get it?
Woosah.
I can't got the other one. She's like, woo, size.
I like that one. Probably.
Yeah.
What
No,
is that?
That's a real provocative one. What you talking about?
But anyway, so the Woosah segment this week is just gonna be real quick. Just we need to work on just productive time management. All right, just making sure that you using your time wisely because everybody complains about like not having enough time for this. So I don't have it because since we're talking about just working out and getting your kids food and that kind of stuff and cooking for your kids, you got to be able to adjust your time
and plan.
Plan.
If I work very well if I plan everything
Right.
out. Like I cook on Sundays, all my meals, and then I just set my alarm
Real
for
meal
4
prep.
o'clock. In the morning, let's get it.
You do good going in the morning. I can't get up in the morning, but I wish if I could, I would.
I have to, like, I'm supposed to work out right now after this. It's gonna be hard. I'm tired.
Yeah, no, I would rather work out in the mornings. But
Yeah, but it helps you get up.
that gets you. I
Try
can't-
one.
Nigga, I woke up. I was 30 minutes late to work today.
What
I
time
can't
you
wake
woke
up in
up?
time to get to work
I
out.
was an hour 45.
Work late.
Yeah.
Damn, you worse than
tripping.
me.
I had stuff to do, and my mom was like, "Nigga, do what you gotta do."
But anyway, so that's gonna be our Woosah. Make sure you because one of the other things I've been doing a lot lately is like really making budgets because I'm broke.
Yes, me
And so
too.
like I sit
feel
around
you.
at work and I'll be like I'll write out every one of my bills and all the stuff I have to pay for with this
Like
check.
I only
'cause
spend
two-
$20 a week
Yeah, I
for
get it.
food. That's it.
Damn.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
That's it.
like
I cook everything up.
But like I said, like I get a check every 2 weeks. So like I'll plan out my checks now, and so like I'll write out all of my bills that are gonna come out this check, anything else I have to pay for out this check, and so I can budget like that. But I was thinking about like when we were talking about time, like if we started doing that more regularly and saying, okay, every Monday I got to do this that, or let's say you got you have classes on certain days of the week. Then the days when you have class, you think, okay, I have class at this time. What can I get done before I go to class? What can I get done before work? What can I get done when I come back from class? Like, you got to be able to budget your time. And like, when I lost all that weight the first time, cause I'm getting fat again. When I lost all that weight the first time, like my time was like on point. Like I knew what I was going to do every
I
time.
remember when he lost all that weight. He was like, "Yeah, give me a large shirt." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Oh, you had a medium shirt on?
I could fit the large back then.
I know, it looks-
I can't get nowhere near now, but like, yeah.
That's all I'm trying to get back in my clothes.
Yeah, that's my problem right now. Is it like okay, so like I lost all the weight, right? And so like I had all like big people clothes. I
Gave
was
them all
like
away?
350 pounds.
Oh, you
so I
gave
got
them away?
rid of everything, and I was like, okay, I got a whole new wardrobe. I'm good. This is what I'm be wearing, nigga. Like now none of my clothes fit.
That's why I'm back on it. I was like, I
He
can't
put
feel
them
my
hands on it, feel a little snug
Yeah,
on
and
it.
I'm
You
like,
like,
God,
Damn, I show y'all some of my jeans I done bust. I was like, damn.
oh shit, bust
I
wide
can't-
open.
No, I don't need to bust nothing
Wide
wide open. No, I'm good.
bust it open, bust it open, bust it
No,
open.
I
Bust it open.
Those my favorite jeans. Them my go-getters. No, can't bust them
Your-
open.
your
like
go-getters?
that. Them go-getters.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
old.
Shit.
That's why you was busting out on
Go
them.
get it, girl.
Busting them open.
Nah, not in the thigh part.
Do that shit. Turn up.
Just bust it open. But yeah, so that's it for the Woosah. Make sure you take care of your budget, your time, plan things out, just like you would plan your money, plan your time, and make the most of your time. There's nobody should ever say I don't have time for something if you just sitting around.
If you
doing
really
nothing.
want to, right?
Yeah, because there's too many times we sit around doing absolutely nothing.
You right.
Watching TV, because TV ain't that fucking important. Ain't shit on TV worth watching.
I actually
like
got
that.
a lot accomplished this weekend, and I was just like, wow, okay.
Yeah, and you feel better when you get shit done.
Yeah.
So plan your time out so you can get shit done rather than wasting it.
Y'all should see how many sticky notes I got everywhere. It's sad.
KB and Mary Jane.
I am like that.
That's good though.
And I got like a board I write. Y'all, what I got on it right now? It's hard, but it's gonna get better.
Yeah, I just put a whiteboard up in my office.
Horrible. Last week was horrible, but I still got out there.
I mean,
You just put one up?
whiteboard up so I can write down stuff like that.
I can write
Right
in
now,
the
it's just a
bathroom.
list of stuff that I need in that office, but it's gonna be some more
My
stuff.
cousin
man.
read it, was like, "Who the hell are you talking to up here?" I said, "Myself."
Myself.
I gotta
Yeah,
read
so,
it.
no, you,
Put some
you-
positive
It actually
affirmations. in there.
works.
you have to have words of encouragement and different things. Whatever. Like I say, when I walk out my bedroom, whatever, I have a list of things that I want to accomplish this year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That I can go through the year and just start scratching stuff out and then make a new one. So,
Yeah,
got one.
but yeah, so budget your time, make a plan. There's no reason that you can't get done everything and accomplish everything that you need to do if you just really take advantage of the time. So
What y'all be saying? Set goals.
set goals,
Set goals.
write them down, write the vision, make it plain, like the pastor say.
pretty much.
All right, so anyway, we're gonna get up out of here. Anybody got business shout outs before we go?
Why the hell I always forget?
I don't know.
I ain't got nobody to shout out.
You need to start writing.
I think this weekend,
What you doing this weekend? You gotta go.
I got my 5K this weekend.
Okay, that's what's up.
That's
You know what I'm saying? Run Houston at Minute Maid Park.
Don't pass out, nigga.
3.1 miles. Gonna do that. Then
what's up.
that night, I think was it Dulce Ultra Lounge or something like that out there in Cypress.
Okay,
What the hell is that?
A lounge.
In Cyprus?
that's what you
That's the
going
Bar of
after the
Cypress?
thing.
What is it that night
Oh,
for
okay.
I'm saying March 24th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Zoe DJ.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's what's that, y'all? I don't know what the hell y'all talking about.
It's just a get together.
Romeo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. But
never mind. Ain't nobody driving way out there for that.
You right
I
about
live,
that?
I live in Cyprus, so
Oh
that's the only
yeah.
reason I'm like,
I ain't going
maybe.
out there.
We'll see.
So I can get me a DWI. No.
Yeah, like I say, that's just kind of up in the air kind of thing because
They
I think
racing
we're having
out
something
there.
going on Sunday, but that's about
Okay.
it.
Well, I don't have anything coming up. The only thing I'm getting ready for is my gal birthday next week on the day before Good Friday, so I got to get shit ready for that. But
My sister-in-law's birthday is Good Friday. I don't know what to get her.
yeah, I already
already
bought the
said.
present, so I'm not worried about that. My money has
Rosary.
been spent already. All right, so since everybody ain't got no businesses to shout out, just make sure you check the description for, hit us up. If y'all ever have any questions, y'all want us to answer some stuff, give us a topic, something like that, hit us in the email, what's the remedy podcast @gmail.com. Hit us on Twitter @what's the remedy. Hit us on IG @what's the remedy podcast. Make sure you listen on YouTube, Google Play, SoundCloud, iTunes, Old Heads Radio on Saturdays at 5. Get the oldheadsradio.com app. And I need to put all this shit at the beginning. I just keep forgetting to record it. I'm forgetting something. And I can't think of what it is now.
Shout out to Peaches. I seen you in Fitness Connection. What's up, girl?
Who the hell is Peaches?
I forgot. I don't know. I seen her in Fitness. She said she knew me. I was like, hey,
Oh, what's good, Peaches?
what's up, Peaches?
What's up, Peaches? All right, y'all. Let's get the fuck out of here.
We out.
Can't stand you.
When mama said you better be home. When them street lights on. Hey, when them street lights on. Hey, when them street lights on. They ain't doing nothing but wrong. When them street lights on. Hey, when the street lights on. Cause when the street lights on.